Good afternoon. How we doing today? Good. I'm doing good.
Coach Bieniemy, you're always so excited. I can't imagine any more excitement. But what level is it for the Super Bowl, and how are you trying to balance the team from being too excited so they can get work done?
I think our approach has always been consistent. You never want to be too high, and you never want to be too low. We're just telling our players to make sure that they're eliminating all the distractions off the field, meaning family, with the ticket business, who's coming down, who's doing what. Those are the things that take away from everything that you achieve. So we just want to make sure that they're remaining focused on that. But on top of that, when they're in the building, making sure that we're focused on the assignment that lies ahead. And the assignment is to go out and win the game next weekend.
Coach, Mitchell Schwartz said yesterday that the lack of fast starts in the last couple of games is more a lack of execution, offensively at least, on how they're executing the plays you guys are calling. How do you better prepare the offense to go out and get a faster start in the Super Bowl after seeing what happened the last 2 games?
We just need to go out there and play. Everybody knows what to do. They know how to do it. Now it's about being disciplined and just doing it when called upon to do so. So there is no, hey, we got to do this or do that. There is no one answer. Collectively, as a staff and collectively as an offensive unit, we just need to make sure that everybody's on board, make sure that we're doing the little things, such as getting out of the huddle, lining up at the line of scrimmage, doing a great job of communicating at the line of scrimmage. And then when that ball is snapped, just playing from the echo of the whistle, playing from the time the ball is snapped until the echo of the whistle. And that's all you can ask. But we obviously want our guys to go out there and have a faster start.
What stands out to you about the 49ers defense?
Fast. They do a great job of rushing the passer. I mean, they got some big boys up front. And I mean, that's the heart and soul of who they are. And I'm not knocking anybody on that defense because those guys, everything starts up front. It's just like on offense. We want our guys to be the heart and soul of who we are. Well, the heart and soul of that defense lies up front. Those guys do a great job of getting off the ball. On top of that, they got a couple of backers who just fly around. And then in the back end, those guys are playing very, very sound, with a hell of a leader in Richard Sherman.
Coach, I want to ask you, obviously, the former NFL running back, your thoughts on their running back, most of them, like what maybe, you see in him that would give our defense some issues?
Well, I'm hoping he don't give us any issues, I will say this. You talk about a kid who's had to persevere through a lot of adversity. Most people would have just forgotten to pursue their dream. This kid has been cut. I can't even count how many times that he's been released. But for him to go through all that and still find a way to overcome and persevere and still have that mental mindset, I can play in this game. It says a lot about the character of the man. And knowing that about that kid, I mean, the kid just has a heart of a lion. And ideally, just being a former running back coach and played the position, you're a fan of people that encompasses that attitude. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be a fan of him on Sunday. But I think the kid is just a tremendous kid. He's a tremendous person, obviously. And I know our defense is looking forward to the challenge. Last thing, he's coached by one of the original running back coaches that has put out a number of tremendous running backs in this league, such as Terrell Davis. Okay, he was a part, Coach Bobby Turner was a part of that Denver deal when all those guys were rushing for 1,000. So he's coached by a great man as well.
Eric, Scott was your leading rusher the last 2 weeks, and I think there was a game or two during the regular season. What dimension does that add to your offense when the defenses now have to worry about that as well?
I think it adds a lot. First of all, it tells a lot about Pat and how he sees things. I know Pat recognized the coverage in which they were playing. They were doubling, I think, Kels and 10. And the thing is, he recognized that, and they had no one on him. So he ended up taking off and running. I just told him, hey, if you're going to lead us in rushing, let's make sure we continue working on ball security with the running back coaches and get your neck roll ready because you're going to have to pound it a little bit for us.
Eric, let's go back to your slow, when you were talking about the slow start. I mean, football's an emotional game.
Mm-hmm.
As you look back on it, were you guys too amped up? I mean, it's so much has been about getting back to where you were last year, right? Now you've come there and gone beyond. Did you think that you guys were too amped up, and what do you do to maybe guard against that now in the Super Bowl?
It could be a combination of that. These guys are excited just to be back, last week to be back in that situation, wanting to go out there and do it so urgently and just be at their best. And like I always tell the guys, we have to remain poised under pressure. And what does that mean? That means, hey, this is why we practice the way we do. We practice full speed. We do everything at game speed. We're running the clock. So we want our guys to rehearse that moment over and over and over again throughout the course of the week. Now when it's time to play, we've already gone through that. But like I always tell them, I don't need you to be anything out of the ordinary. Just be who you are. Now, if we come out slow, that's okay. All right? Ideally, we want them to come out and play fast. But one thing I want them to understand is the only thing that matters, you guys have heard me say this over and over again, is the next play. So go out and play as hard as you can and as fast as you can, all right, that very next play. And we'll let the chips roll. We'll huddle up, we'll regroup, and we'll go out and do it again.
Eric, how do you avoid the distractions yourself? Who's handling all the ticket requests for you?
I have a wife who's been through this for a number of years. She knows how to say no. I have a mom who does an outstanding job of saying no or hell no. So, it's been pretty easy, and I'll just say this. It's a unique experience to go through, and there are a number of people who would love to be a part of this. And I would love to take everybody with us. But one thing I have to let everyone know, you know what, we do have to work. While you guys going down there to Miami, it's our job to go out there and make sure that we're managing and doing all the little things that are necessary for us to be victorious. At the end of the day, all those things will take care of itself, when that game is over.
Eric,
Eric,
when you guys are
recognizing-
working with Pat, compare kind of this season when you implement the game plan to him in the meeting compared to last year, and kind of what his input is, what his reaction to what you're giving him this season compared to when he was doing it last year.
It's hard to say that it's really changed because Pat is excited about every play. It's just our thought process. Every play is designed to score a touchdown. And the thing is when we're putting in these plays, we'll ask the quarterbacks exactly what they like and what they don't like. But very seldom do you hear Pat say, oh, I don't like that play. He's often excited about anything that we're putting in because he feels that he can make it work. And that's the type of mentality that you want from your player, especially at that position. And so it's been good. And like I said, if there's anything that's negative, I just think that he's more advanced in understanding, and not that he wasn't last year. We've just taken it to another level with him.
Eric, is this team in condition for the Heat?
We should be. We've been talking about it for a number of weeks now. We've been telling our guys, making sure that they're planning to be in shape for warm weather, making sure they're hydrating, getting all the proper rest, doing all the extracurricular activities in the weight room as far as getting their cardio in or getting some extra conditioning after practice. So that's huge, and that's all about being a professional. We hold our guys to the highest standard. It's all about being accountable. So if you want us to be the best that we can be accountable, not just to yourself, but also to everyone in this building. Because if you're doing the little things, guess what? The rest will take care of itself.
How do you reflect from going to the Super Bowl as a player with the Chargers to now as a coach getting ready to go into this type of situation, from the distance, you're looking at it from a player's point of view versus the coach's?
Well, it's just making sure some of the things that we've discussed, just some of the distractions. There are a number of things that take place. And understand this, the Super Bowl is one of the world's greatest shows. And you just want your guys to understand that, hey, although it's one of the world's greatest shows that everyone is in tune to, we still have to go out there and play. So make sure that you understand the goal is not accomplished until that final whistle is blown. So before that, there's a lot of things that we need to take care of. There's a lot of things we need to take care of in the classroom. There's a lot of things that we need to take care of on the field. And there's a lot of things that the players need to take care of when they're going home and studying and implementing. So there's a lot of things that we got to make sure that we're still are willing to sacrifice in order to achieve the goal that we want to achieve.
Eric, I know you're locked in on the title game here and everything like that. Reports came out that the Fritz Pollard Alliance held a town hall at the Senior Bowl. Your name came up quite a bit in support, and they were upset that you didn't actually get a head coaching opportunity this time around. Did you hear about that? Just what is your reaction that support was behind it?
I hate sounding like a broken record, but I'm going to say this anyway. My focus has been on this week. My focus has been on our players. Our focus has been on this game plan. So, unfortunately, no, I haven't heard, and I'm just zeroed in on making sure that we can win the game next week. And just a little tidbit here. We're calling this game, just amongst friends, the Embo Bowl, okay? The Embo Bowl.
Embo?
Yeah, John Embry, the assistant head coach. His son works for the San Francisco 49ers, and I have Connor with me. So it's the Embo Bowl. So, I just asked Connor, who's your mom pulling for? He said, she's pulling for the other guys. I said, well, we're taking her off the list. She can't get no tickets from us. So, but.
We'll ask you after the win next week about your coaching process.
Yes, sir.